All students, good morning, everyone. Am I audible?
Morning, ma'am.
Yes,
Good
ma'am.
morning, ma'am.
Morning, ma'am.
Morning, ma'am.
Good morning, ma'am.
Yeah.
Morning.
Good morning, all of you. Today it is a very special day, of course. Dr. Nisha Shankar, madam, is here with us, who is the associate professor at School of Business and Management, Christ University, Bangalore, and who has experience of 21 years and especially in academics 18 years experience she has, and she has worked in various institutions like Jain College and Amrita Institute of Management and the CMR Institute of Management, and so today we are really fortunate enough to have you today here, ma'am, and I'm sure that this session is going to be very fruitful for all the students, and we are just waiting to hear from you, ma'am. Over to you, Nisha, ma'am. We welcome you on behalf of PAS family.
Thank you, Sudha ma'am. Thank you. First of all, I would like to thank Parvati's Anugraha International School for giving me this opportunity. And, it's a great opportunity because it's been ages since I have met students from school. And the first thing which I loved today was that good morning from the students as soon as a teacher addresses, right? Which we miss out in a college. So anyway, without much delay, yes, good morning, dear students. Am I audible?
Good morning.
Morning, ma'am.
Morning, ma'am.
So when ma'am told me about this commerce, I guess all of you are 11th, 12th commerce students, and we do have 10th standard students too, right? So the first thing when ma'am approached me for this, I said, okay, there are a lot of career options for commerce students. So how do we, what is it that we require to tell you about, right? So today I would be giving you a brief of the importance of commerce. What are the options? You would see that we have a lot of options. I've just picked up a few of the options. That few itself is there a lot, right? And then what are your tips for you to choose your career and so on, right? So without further delay, let's just come to the discussion now. Now, all of us, once you finish, when you're in your 11th, 12th, or when you're in your 10th, you have a confusion of what to choose, right? So you have a lot of, you are into a competitive world when you finish your 12th, right? You have a race because you have to be number one. You cannot stand back. You have to take up the race. You have to go in for being the number one. So what are the career options for us? We look at options which will give us very promising opportunities, right? When you say opportunities, jobs. So that is what ultimately we aim at. We have to have a very promising opportunity or very promising future. So for that, we should choose career. And one of the careers which is in demand now is commerce, right? I think stars through commerce is the topic, catching stars through commerce, which is very apt because one of the shining demandful course today is commerce. Previously, let's say a couple of years back, if we were asked what is it that we want to choose, we had only two options, maximum two options, right? One is either engineering, prepare ourselves for engineering entrance, or go for medicine. Right, these were the two options, and today also, today if you look at it, the table or the entire scenario has changed. We have taken a 365-degree turn. Today, getting into a commerce course is very demandful and it is very tough also. Why is it tough? Because the competition of getting a course or getting a graduation in commerce is since lot of applications comes in for that. Our college itself, I work for Christ University. In Christ itself, your cutoff for commerce is 94 to 95%. So that itself shows us what is the demand of commerce. Previously, yes, we used to say that people who get less marks in 10th, they choose commerce, right? And the cream of the people used to go for science. Today, believe me, dear students, it is not that. If you have taken up commerce, it shows that you are at the cream layer. People who get 96, 97, 98% in 10th choose commerce as their options, not the other way around. Right? So today to get a seat for +2 or for graduation or for further post-graduation in commerce, we have to work through a lot of competition. Right? With this, we will start our session. Now, why is it that commerce is very important? Because as commerce, before we just had a BCom or a BBA. Now, for commerce, we have a multitude of courses at graduation level. It's not just a BCom or a BBM that we have. Right, so I'll run you through those courses. A lot of graduation level courses are there for us in commerce. Now, the benefit of commerce students is that you're eligible for both commerce as well as art courses. Right, so if you take up an arts course, if you take up an economics course in your +2, you can still go for BCom or BBM. We have those eligibility. So that is the plus point for us when we are in commerce. Right. The salary, as I said, promising. You will have you get a high salary, but you should know which to choose rightly. Where should I? Because you should not just choose a course for the sake of choosing it. Right? Choose the right course and then follow it, do your post-graduation on it, do your other certification programs that you want, and you get a promising job and a promising salary with a high salary. Now, the major thing which I've seen students, why they take commerce is they don't want to learn maths, right? Am I right, students? A lot of them do not like maths. So they say maths, physics, chemistry, biology, I'm done with it. I would like to go to commerce. Am I right? Yes or no? Yes. Yes. So, that is another reason. So now in commerce, when you do your BCom, but there are a set of students who love mathematics also, right? So previously we didn't have these options. As I said, our options are huge now, right? So now usually in commerce stream, we learn accountancy, we learn business studies, we learn economics. Mathematics is optional. Now, if you like maths and you want to continue maths, right, you can take BCom honors. BCom honors, whoever has taken maths along in your commerce +2 commerce with mathematics can choose BCom honors so that it will add on to you, right? Whoever has taken maths in commerce +2 but do not like to further go on with commerce in graduation, you can naturally go for BCom General. So that is what I said. Options are there for us. We can choose. Right? So that itself makes commerce a very, very demanding course. And why? Because these courses have come? Because of the demand for the courses. Right? So let's quickly run through your degree courses that you have in commerce, the competitive courses that you have in after you finish your +2 commerce, the post-graduation courses that you can take after you do your degree level commerce. Right? Are you all ready? Can we start? Can we run through the courses and see what is the plethora of courses that we have? Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
You can all do an emoji. I think you can just do a thumbs up over there in your Zoom itself. You you have that reactions, you can just show me a thumbs up. Yes, great, Neha. Thank you. Yes, thank you, Ranjit. Right? So let's get on with moving with our courses itself, right? Yes, this is the courses in BCom with mathematics, right? We have BCom honors, we have BCom accounting and taxation, BCom statistics, BCom in management accounting and international finance, BCom just in accounting if you don't want management accounting specifically, BCom in applied economics, you also have BCom in economics, BCom in banking and finance. So are these the only one with mathematics? No, these are a few one which I picked up, right? So now what is the difference between this BCom general and BCom honors is BCom honors is a course which will help you in, it's more advanced than BCom general, and we could say that it is more or less equivalent to an MCom learning. So here in BCom honors, when you're taking it up, your interest of the BCom commerce should be very high. Then only you can do it because it's going to be an advanced level of BCom, wherein it will make your, when you're going for a post-graduation, you would have more or less done most of it in BCom honors itself, right? Accounting, taxation and all, yes, if you are interested in taxation, again, that is the important thing when we take up a course. What is our interest area? Since the 10th standard students over here would not, have done commerce, they would be, if you're getting into commerce in the 11th and 12th, once you're doing your 11th and 12th, I always tell students, understand an area in commerce which you like, because commerce is not just one place. Okay, commerce I'm doing. I have a lot of branching of commerce, right? We have accounting itself. Now, I guess I'm not very sure, but you would have learned a bit of accounting called as financial accounting. Yes, management accounting, cost accounting. Have you done a bit of all these? Can you just give me a thumbs up if you've done it? Not done it. Okay, fine. So you have only learned accounting. So we have different branches of accounting. So if you feel that accounting as a subject, I'm enjoying it, I liked it, then see to that when you're doing your graduation level, you do a course on accounting majors so that you get more understanding of accounting. Similarly, taxation, how do you take up tax? Do you want to know more about the tax slabs, the tax laws? What are the different types of taxes? You can go in for accounting and taxation. So every field is of this particular specialization is giving you an in-depth knowledge of this area. So it becomes important for you to know what you want to do. So that's the first set of courses with mathematics, right? This is without mathematics. For people who do not like mathematics, who wants to stay away from mathematics, you have BCom General, Administration, Business Administration in BCom itself, right? We didn't have this. Now we are coming out with BCom Business Administration. We have BCom Marketing. We have BCom Tourism and Travel Management. Now, people who are interested in these travels and tourism, right? You have this BCom Tourism and Travel Management, after which you finish your BCom Tourism and Travel Management. You can do IATA courses. You can go in for MA Public Relationships, MA Mass Communications. A lot of options are there. Right, so again, it's basically people who do not like maths, but want to get into the business field or understand the marketing area where they want to learn more about marketing. Right, some people are very interested in marketing. They want to know about marketing. What are the markets? How do we sell products? How do we do promotions of the products? BCom Marketing will help you. Right, these are with and without mathematics. Quickly, we will get on to the importance. As you know about BCom, it's a 3-year degree course. Usually what you learn in BCom is your accountancy, statistics, you will have a glimpse of all those, management, human resource, computers, economics. So you will be going through these areas in detail in your BCom. Now, why is this BCom? Now, when you finish your 12th, one of your customary courses is BCom. Agreed, all of your commerce, once we finish commerce 12th, we always look at BCom as an option. Right? So, as a customary course, why is this so much in demand? Why is it that people want to do BCom? One of the advantages, when you finish your BCom, you can either take jobs in corporate companies, or you can always start your own businesses. because you are getting knowledge about accounts, you are getting knowledge about statistics, you are getting knowledge about economics, which will enable you to take up a job in an organization. At the same time, you are also being taught on management, which will help you in entrepreneurship. Right? And then there's a high level of employment for BCom. It's not that we do not have jobs. We get our students placed once they finish BCom and MBA in top companies. The companies which come in for graduates who have completed in commerce are Deloitte. I guess all of you have heard the name Deloitte company. Give me a thumbs up if you have heard Deloitte. Whoever has heard Deloitte. Deloitte is a famous IT company and into all these digitalizations. They pay you very well. There is, a company called as auditing company called as PricewaterhouseCoopers. They are an international firm. They come in for taking up people. KPMG, they come in for taking up people. So we get students placed in our organization, colleges, as well as every colleges which is into BCom, MBA, MCom. Students are having no problem when it comes to employment, but provided you have the right skill set along with it. It's not that just because you do your BCom and MCom or BCom and MBA, we get a job. No. How skilled are you? How well you know your area is also important. So we'll come to that later on. Then your career prospects when you finish your BCom these are some of your areas. Some of them are banking. You can get into company secretary and chartered accountancy. These are your competitive courses, which I'll come to later on, right? And you can get into the economics area, you can get into investment area, etc. And your job profiles, where you have what are the job, when we say we finish BCom and all, what are the jobs that we can hold on to? We can have accountants. You can become an accountant. You can become a finance analyst. Now, what do you mean by finance analyst? Is who will study the stock market. Stock market is basically where you buy and sell all these shares of a company. Right? Have you all heard about shares? Yes? I guess I should have some thumbs ups, right? Or some emojis to make it look entertaining. So have you all heard about shares in a company or something when you learned commerce, 12th standard students and 11th? Not heard? Okay, I'll change my question. Have you not heard about shares? Show me a thumbs up. Yes, okay, Ranjit. Thank you, Ranjit, for giving me that thumbs up. So you have not heard about shares. Okay, fine. So we'll not get into that. Basically, we do trading and all through shares, right? So we buy shares, sell shares of a company. So those areas, that is again, you'll be learning more about them in BCom or BBA when you're taking it up. So those areas will fetch you to an investment area. We call it as investments. It will lead you to finance analyst, right? Finance planner is maybe, let's say somebody wants to retire in another 10 years. You as a finance planner can tell them where all they should put their money. They have money. Now they want to know how to keep their money secure. How to see to that tomorrow when they retire, their money is safe. They will get some. They are not working, so they should get income from this money, which is safely kept as investments. So that is another. You can become a tax auditor. You can do taxation, auditing of tax, right? You can also become an auditor of a company itself, wherein you're not auditing the tax, but you're auditing the income statements of the company. You all would have learned about P&L account, balance sheet in commerce. Yes or no? Have you learned about P&L account? Thumbs up for that. I guess you should have learned P&L account and balance sheet. You cannot tell me that I have not done that. Yes, Neha? Have you learned P&L account, profit and loss account or income statement? No, you have not learned commerce, which you're in 11th or 12th?
10th, ma'am.
You're in 10th. Okay, you surely would not have learned, Neha. Right? So it's okay, yes. People who are in 12th would have surely learned, when you're taken up commerce as your course, you would have learned profit or loss of a company, the balance sheets of the company, right? So you, as an auditor of that company, if you finish your BCom, you can get in as an BCom and MCom and CA. So we'll come to that, okay? you can get a job of auditor where you can audit the company's financial statements, right? So this is one of the course. You have BBA, which is another commonly customary course, I would say, when you do finish your 12th commerce. Now, what's the difference between BBA and BCom is BCom gets more into the accounting side. You learn more in depth about the accounting, whereas BBA is more into the business and administration side of a business. Right, so they talk more about the management, the administration of the businesses. Right, so this is also a UG program which is for a 3-year period. And whoever wants to start up again a business can start on with BBA. Now, BBA and BBM is there. BBA is Bachelor of Business Administration. You have BBM, Bachelor of Business Management, right? Now, people ask me many times, what is the difference between the two? I just tell them it's the same course put into 2 different plates and given to you. More or less, it's the same. Only thing is the way we address the subjects may be a little different. But the knowledge that a BBA or a BBM student gets is the same. Now, to this, I would like to put in one more thing to this course is, all of you have heard about IIM, Indian Institute of Management. A thumbs up for that. Whoever has commerce students, IIM, Indian Institute of Management, our top B school. There's nothing like that in India. The top B school is IIM, right? Now, IIM, there are multiple IIMs. Now, 2 of the IIMs, which is IIM Indore and IIM Rohtak, they have a program called as Integrated Post-Graduation Management, IPM. We call it as IPM, okay? Now, what is that is, they take students who have finished 12th commerce, what they have, if they've got 60% in 12th commerce, they have to go through a management aptitude entrance test. It's called as IPM MAT. IPM MAT, you will have to go, usually the exam is on April, May, okay, wherein you have also coaching centers where they coach you for this. And you can take that examination. If you're through with your entrance, then you will have a group discussion round and a personal interview round. And if you are selected for these 3, you get selected into the Integrated Post-Graduation Management Program of either IIM Indore or IIM Rohtak. And this program is a 5-year program wherein you have BBA plus MBA being learned from IIM. So you finish both your UG and PG together from IPM program of IIM Indore or IIM Rohtak. Now, to get into this program, it's a very competitive examination. It's just like giving our engineering or medicine exam. You will have to work very hard for this because the number of students who are applying are in lakhs for this. And they have limited seats, right? So you will have to work. But once if you get through this IPM program, right, believe me, students, you are done. Your career is set. Because once you come out, you're coming out with the IIM tag. And as I said, IIM is the top B school of India. So you are done. You get your tag from IIM. People will be there to get you placed into organization. You don't have to go asking for jobs. They will come pick you up. They will put you into the top, multinational corporations. So that is the course called as IPM, which is part of BBA, right? Can we proceed? Any clarification still here? If not, you can tell me. Yes, students, can we proceed? Yes, Monisha. Okay. Yes. Thanks, Neha. Now, these are the entrance exams. Now, for BCom, usually what happens is BCom exams are done by the colleges. They would have an entrance exam for all these, most of these commerce graduate levels and postgraduate. Please understand there are 3 levels of exams. One is your written examination, then comes your group discussion. Now, what do you mean by this group discussion is you would be sitting with another 5 or 6 candidates and you would be given a topic to discuss on, speak on. So let's say you are given on the topic of, let's say on union budget. which just got released on Feb 1st, okay, the union budget. So you have to talk on the union budget, your knowledge, your thought processes, your ideas on that, along with the 6 or 7 members. So how well you do that is the first round, group discussion. That is the second round, group discussion. So before the group discussion, you have entrances. So for BCom, most of the time it's entrances done by the college. For BBA, these are your couple of entrances for different colleges again. If you want to look at symbiosis as an option, you have the SET 2021, right? If you want to look at the IMA undergraduate aptitude test, you have the IMA UJAT. Now you want Indraprastha University, you have the IPU, right? You want to go for law examination, you have the LSAT, because there is BBA and LLB together, it is there. So that is why this LSAT. So you can choose BBA, LLB, right? Or when you're choosing law, you have BBA, LLB is there. Then you have the common entrance exam for SEED, again is a part of BBA, you have the SEED exam. So you have multiple entrance exams. And once you finish these entrances, if you get through these entrances of the respective colleges, you will have a group discussion, and you will have to fare well in the group discussion because you score on that. Once you finish your group discussion, you will have your personal interview interview, wherein there would be faculties of that respective colleges asking you for a one-to-one interview round. So these rounds are all scored. Based on that, you are placed into the colleges. Now, why so many rounds for all these courses? Very simple. The number of applications coming are in lakhs, 10,000s, 20,000s, 30,000s. And we would be having 100 seats, 120 seats. Right? So you have 120 seats and 20,000 applications or 30,000 applications coming in. Right? So then they'll have to do a lot of filtrations. As I said, I was telling you from beginning, it is not like what it was previously where we finish +2 commerce and then we go to any BCom colleges and do it. Today it is not like that. You want in the best of the BCom colleges, in the best of the BBA colleges in India, you will have to go through all these processes. Right? But only, this is what, when you say best, majority of them are best today. And these processes are common for a lot of the institutions. Now, we don't want these two. We have the next one called as Bachelor of Management Studies, which talks majorly on the managerial roles. And one of the good colleges for this BMS course is St. Xavier's in Mumbai, and their cutoff in that college for Bachelor of Management Studies is 97 to 98%. They will take the applications. 2 years back, it was 96%. They were taking the applications. But now the cutoff, after that, the next level, when they filter again, they look at 97, 98%. Right now, this course, unlike BBA, since it's more on the management, you are also equipped with a lot of practical works. Like you would be asked to do projects. You would be asked to do assignments. You will have to do internships. Now, what do you mean by these internships is you go to a company, you take up a topic, you be with the company employees of that organization, and you study that particular area. For example, being 12th standard commerce students, you can go to a company, get to know how their financial position is, take the balance sheet, the P&L account, and work on it. So that is called as internships. Now, the best thing of an internship is you're getting a real view of a company, right? You're going to an actual company and doing it. So your learning is very high over here. Then you also have a lot of guest lectures by experts. They will come and talk on the various topics that you would be learning, but not based from the book. They would be talking to you based from the practical aspects, based from the industry. So any of these courses, when you're doing after your +2, you will not, it's not that you only stick on to your books. Never. Books becomes I would always say book is something used for passing the examination. You can pass the examination with the book, but if you want to pass the interview, get yourself placed, you should have a lot of practical knowledge, right? And this also will enable you to take an MBA degree in the future. BBA, BBM, Bachelor of Management Studies, all for a future for doing your MBA. Now, you don't want any of these. You want to change your field. Okay, you have taken commerce in 12th. The next option we have is law, LLB. If you have taken commerce or arts, right, you can go in for LLB. That's why I said we have a lot of options. When we are in commerce, we can diversify ourselves into different courses. We can choose. So that option is there for commerce. Whereas if you take science, they cannot come for law, right? They will not be fit for law. You take science, you cannot take up a BA economics topic because you are not again fit for it. Whereas a commerce student learns legal also, a bit of legal, so he or she is very much eligible for Bachelor's of Law, which is LLB. Right now, for this course, if you want to do law, you should go through the entrance examination again, which is called as the Common Law Aptitude Test, which is CLAT. Right? CLAT is done for getting into, again, in law, you have the top colleges called as NLS, National Law Schools in India. So if you want to get a admission in NLS, you should write CLAT examination. And that CLAT examination, once you finish, you can do BA in law or BBM in law. That's why I said you can do BBM in law or BBA in law. So that option is also there for you in law, right? So this law will teach you more about the family law, constitution law, the property law, the legal rules and regulations when you deal with the property. Then when you run a company, we have company law because a company has to be coming under the Companies Act. So there are a lot of rules and regulations for a company. All this you will be learning in detail in your Bachelor's of Law, which is called as LLB. Right? So once you finish LLB, you can take LLM, Management of Law, right? That's a post-graduation course. So this is another option, changing from BCom, BBA, BMS, you have this Bachelor's of Law. Now we have even more interesting courses, right? You would have now the Bachelor's of Economics. Now when you're doing your 12th, you feel that more than accounting or taxation, I like economics. I like to study about the economy, right? That is something which is interesting me. You can do a Bachelor of Economics or a Bachelor of Applied Economics, which I showed you previously. Right? All these applied economics talks to you or teaches you from an economic point of view. They will tell you about the economy, what are the factors that is influencing our economy, etc. How is our economy doing? Is it doing good? Is it doing bad? If it's doing good, why is it doing good? All these ideas you will get through economics. Along with that, you also do the political science. You have heard about political science, right? So it's basically a mix of civics, political science, history, everything comes into economics. So people who are interested into that area can take Bachelor of Economics as their UG course, right? So let's go on to some more interesting courses, journalism and mass communication. A lot of us like to talk, a lot of us like to do interviews, a lot of us like to do the TV media shows, right? Come on to the TV, read the newses. Journalism and mass communication is the answer for that. You want to seek a career in the media house, you can take up this. Once you finish your degree in UG in journalism and mass communication, you have your PG also in journalism, you have your PG in public relationships, you have a PG in mass communications. All these PGs are there. Now, once you finish, you can get into TV media. As I said, media houses, you can get into TV, you can get into newspapers, you can get into event managements. Now, you would have gone, when you go for a program, you would see that it is organized well, right? These are called as, there are event management teams for that. These event management teams would take it up. So this is another area which is very different from our standard BCom and BBA, what is available to the commerce students, right? The next one, most of you love to have this 2D, 3D, multimedia, graphic design, animations. Have you all heard this word animations? Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Ranjit is very excited about animation, right, Ranjit? Right, so we have this animation and multimedia courses, 2D, 3D, and graphic designs, right? Today, that is a hub for us. So animation artists, once you finish this animation courses, again, after +2 commerce, this is an option for us. We can, work in organizations. We can work again for the media houses. We can do freelancings. Our opportunities are great because today, these two, animation and multimedia, previously these two were taken as separate courses. Today it is more or less the same course combined together, right? So you have a bachelor's in animation and other multimedia courses together. The next option that you have, I guess one of all of your favorites is game design, right? So after commerce,
Yes, ma'am.
Sanjit, you like gaming?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So so that's I said. It is not restricted. All of you all, it is not restricted that I do commerce and then I get into BCom. We have a lot of BCom related, commerce related courses over here too. This also talks on the gaming industry of these days is very much in boom, right? So you can do game designing. So you can again, you would be when you're doing this game designing bachelor course, you would be learning a bit of multimedia and animations over here because you're doing programming and technology. You are doing 2D and 3D animations, right? You're doing the level designing, mechanics of game designing are being taught over here. So this is another field which you can always get into. So I'm just giving you the options because you should understand that, commerce is not just restricted. Commerce is not meant for the people who get less marks. No, commerce is meant for the people who are doing good. Commerce is for the cream of the students, right? That's what I believe in it. And I always feel proud when students take commerce as their +2 courses because that has a lot of opportunities. The next one is for girls, especially, I would say fashion designing. Right, people who have a lot of creativity, a lot of innovative ideas, who wants to get into fashion designing and other innovative designings, you have this Bachelor of Fashion Design course. In Bangalore, you have this NIFT, which is one of the famous institutions for fashion designing. Again, its entrance. IIT. Have you all heard about IIT? Right? All the engineers wants to get into IIT when they finish their BTech. So why not us also? We also can get into IIT, right? Nobody can say we cannot get into IIT, but only thing is we are getting it through the designing course. IIT has an entrance for designing course. So once you finish your commerce in 12th standard, a lot of students also go in for this particular course. So they get into the top institutions. There are NDAs there. There is an NDA. There is an NIFT. In Mumbai, you have a lot of institutions for designing. IIT is there for designing course. But only thing is, again, entrance. Everything is about entrance. So if you get through the entrance and get into this IITs or NIFTs or NDA, you're done there. Again, you learn a lot of information are being taught in these institutions in this specific area, right? The next one is people who are interested in, how many of you are interested in, if a program is there in the school, how many of you are interested in planning for it and organizing it? Please give me a thumbs up. Anybody who's interested in this planning and doing a program in a college or in a school? Let's say you want to conduct a party in the farewell party or a welcome party in school. Some of you would be really enthusiastic about doing that, right? So that is called as event management. You have a bachelor's course only for event management. People who finish 12th commerce can get into this course, right? So this is another course. Now, the top colleges in India who are providing you BCom, BMS, BBA, BBM, right? Even bachelors in event management, bachelors in economics, bachelors in BCom in accounting and finance, BCom in accounting, BCom in banking, lot of criteria. The top colleges are SRCC, which is called as the Sri Ram College of Commerce. Right, this is one of the top colleges in Delhi, which is a lot of people have passed out from SRCC, Sri Ram College of Commerce. Christ, which is also among the top colleges in India. This is, I would be proudly saying that I work for this college, right? We have a lot of BCom, BBM courses. We have a department called as Department of Professional Studies, wherein believe me, students are, the BCom students over there or the degree level students there are much more higher knowledge when it comes to a PG level because that's the level of knowledge that they provide there, right? Then there is Hindu College, University of Delhi is another top college. NMIMS, Narsim Moji Institute of Management Studies, which is from Mumbai again, right? There is St. Xavier's in Mumbai. Now coming to Chennai, you have the Madras Christian College, then you have the Loyola College, then you have Lady Sri Ram College, Sri Ram College of Commerce and Lady Sri Ram College of Commerce is there. St. Joseph's is from Bangalore, one of the top colleges again for commerce in Bangalore. Symbiosis College from Pune is another top college. Now, are these only top colleges? No, there are more. I've just put a few of them. Right now, how do we get to know which are the top colleges? You can browse through, you will get a lot of information on this. Now, these top colleges, as I said, the cutoffs for any of these degree courses, whichever you are interested into, right, is 94 to 95%. Right? But if you get into these top colleges, nothing like it. So 12th standard students have to work towards trying to achieve admissions in the top colleges. If not these, the next set of it, right? So the next level of colleges, a second level of colleges too are good itself, right? So once you get into these colleges, your level of thinking exposure is completely different. The way you think, the way you are exposed to different practical aspects of the course is going to be different, right? Now, in addition to these, we also have, once you finish your +2 and you're doing your degree, right, you can prepare yourself for these competitive courses. And that, again, these competitive courses are only for students who have done commerce. We have, if we have a commerce degree in hand, we can start doing these competitive courses. One of it, I guess many of you are aware of, Chartered Accountancy, CA. Right? All of us have heard about CAs. And what is the first impression that comes about CA? I'll tell you, give me a thumbs up if you feel the same way. CA people are very intelligent people. Yes or no? Give me a thumbs up. Whoever has done CA are very intelligent. Do you agree to it? Give me a thumbs up if you're for it. Yes or no? It is true. They are intelligent because usually to complete a CA course, it takes 5 years. Now we have an option in CAs. When you're doing your BCom, many colleges give you this, again, this is called as integrated. Along with BCom, you can also pursue your CA. So that option is given by colleges, right? So who administers this course? It's the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, ICAI. We call it short as ICAI administers this course. And along with BCom, you can also pursue your CA. Now, if you ask me with BBA, can I do my CA? I would say you can, there's no course like BBA and CA together. Maybe after you complete your BBA or along when you are doing a BBA in a college, you can also enroll for CA. But in a BBA, as I said, you're not getting more into the commerce part. You're getting more into the administration and management part. Whereas a BCom student is getting more into the accountancy part. So for a BCom student, CA becomes one of the apt courses, right? And there are 3 stages for a CA. CA Foundation, CA Intermediate and CA Final. Unless you finish the first level, you cannot go to the second level, and only after the second level, it is third level. And people who take up CA courses usually takes 5 to 6 years, and you have 2-3 attempts. Once you fail, you can again take up the second attempt or third attempt. I think there are 3 attempts for you possible. Now, once you finish your CA, again, opportunity. It's huge opportunities for you once you finish your CA. So, and you're getting a good salary also once your CA is over. So BCom CA is one option that you can look at. And BCom, you don't have to wait to finish BCom. After, as soon as you finish your 12th, your preparations for BCom and CA together can happen simultaneously. Now, these are the subjects which they would be teaching, a couple of them, like auditing. As I said, no, that's why I said this is more for a BCom student, because you're learning more on accounting, advanced accounting, more on tax, more on business. I mean, there is business law, but then not so much in grade, right? So, whereas the importance is for the accounting part of it in CA. Now, then let's look at what is the next competitive course. So that is for majorly after BCom, you want to get into that same stream, you can go for CA. Now, I am more interested in legal aspects. Okay. But I don't want to do my LLB. I want to do my BCom or BBA and also get more on the legal perspective, law perspective. I want to get a degree. Company secretary is your answer. The company secretary, we call it in short as CS, is administered by the ICSI, Institute of Company Secretaries of India. They take up this, do this course. Now, this course also is equally tough. Just like CS is also equally tough course. The only thing is in CS, in the paper. But with degree, you don't have exemptions. Only if you finished your MBA, you get some exemptions in some papers. And it is 3 levels again. Foundation program is there, executive program is there, professional program is there. And you have to complete all the 3 to get a CS certificate. But once the CS certification or the CA certification is done, you are placed. You are at a good level. Your career is set. Your future is very, very bright, right? These are all competitive exams. And this also you can do your preparation along with your degree itself. You can enroll. There are different, in your respective areas itself, you can see which colleges, they have these classes happening also for CNR. You can attend those on weekends and also prepare for it. The other one is CMA. We call it as Cost and Management Accountant. Again, this is more for the students who are doing getting more into the accounting side. It is by the Institute of Cost Accountants of India. They again give a lot of importance to cost accounting, management accounting, law and ethics, industrial laws, etc. Say 3 levels: foundation, inter and final, right? You can get a direct entry into the CMA course after your graduation. But before that, you don't have a direct entry, right? Before that, you have to pass through all these levels itself. Eligibility of each level is very important to go on to the other level. Again, after 12th, you can start working on this. These are all courses, as I said, which will add a lot of value to you. The next one is CFP, which I was telling you, Financial Planner, Certified Financial Planner. Here, you are, this is done by the FPSB, that is the Financial Planning Standard Board of India. Now, it is a professional course. These are all professional courses. Once you do this, you're called as a professional, okay, not as a graduate. You are a professional. So now here you would take up, as I said, more on retirements, insurances, taxes. Now, when we are, what is our major aim? When we start getting income and all, we pay tax. All of us, all the people who are getting salary have to pay tax. All the people who are getting an income have to pay tax. We have to look at how we have to be rightful citizens. We have to pay our tax, but we have certain exemptions in the taxes. How much exemptions are there for us? How well can I get that exemptions? That is tax planning. I do that based on my income. A financial planner will help you for that. Estate planning. Estate planning is basically, let's say somebody has a lot of properties, has money in the bank, but do not know how to manage it, how to, how to plan it in such a way that when they are retiring, they are set in their life. This is what you do in CFP. And this is also a professional course. Again, not an easy course. It's on a difficult level. All these competitive exams are on a higher level of range. Now, along with this, you also have, naturally, we are all interested in knowing about the international courses have a value, right? So we do have international courses also in accounting and finance, which after your BCom, you can, after your +2 in commerce, you can also start preparing for these. One of them is CMA again. The other CMA was Cost and Management Accounting in India. This is Certified Management Accountant. This is offered by IMA of USA, right? And the students will gain expertise on all these areas when they take up this CMA course. Financial planning, control, ethics, professional ethics of business and management, the decision supports that we have to provide. How do we do decision analysis? If I have to take critical decisions, how do we take up? All these are the expertise area that CMA focuses on. This is also a professional certified course, which is again difficult to complete, but at the same time, once you get this degree, it's a add-on feather to your cap, right? The other one is, now there are two examinations for CMA. One is part one, which is on financial planning and performance. The other one is on strategic financial management. Now, basically, financial management is how well you manage your money in an organization. Strategic means from the top level. So I'll keep it that. From the top level, how do they manage their funds? How do they manage their capital? You would have heard the term capital, the money that you require to run a business. How well you manage that. So these things in detail you will be learning in CMA, and you have to clear these two levels to get your CMA certificate. The next course, which is the highest standard in accountancy over the globe, is CPA. Certified Public Accounting. Again, this is an international course, okay, but this is equivalent to CA qualification, but it is of the highest standard. So you would be understanding that if it's of the highest standard, the level of difficulty is also very high, but working towards this and getting towards this, nothing like it. It's not that it is impossible. The only thing is you have to work an extra mile for it. Every course which I just showed you now is possible by all of you all. That is the belief we all have. Every student has that caliber, but you will have to work an extra mile for it, right? This is again by US itself, American Institute of Certified Public Accountants. We call it as AICPA. And they give you knowledge on the, if you have studied, when we study accounting, we say accounting is based on certain principles, right? So for the international level, we have something called as the International Financial Reporting Standards, IFRS, right? In India, we follow GAAP, Generally Accepted Accounting Principles. So they give you an idea on all these. And now these two are merging together. GAAP and IFRS are merging together. Why are they merging? So that Indian, when we are doing Indian accounting, it has the same standard of international accounting. Right? So this would be in CPA, is one of the highest standard course in accounting. Then you have ACCA. ACCA is there again in Bangalore. All these have these, these franchisees or these, there are institutions or ACCA institution is there which will take up this course for you. They will come to the degree colleges and they will have a tie-up with this degree college, ACCA team, right? And they will tell you when you're doing your degree itself, what is the subjects which are common for ACCA and common for your degree in BCom, right? And what are the additional subjects which are there other than BCom in ACCA? They will come and give you a training for this. So this is Association of Chartered Certified Accountants, ACCA, right? This is also similar to CA, but it's an international level. It's a CA from an international level. So you have 14 papers that has to be cleared in ACCA. So as I said, of these 14 papers, 50% at least would be studied in BCom. But though you studied in BCom, if you have to approach that papers from ACCA level, they will train you. The remaining 50 or 40%, ACCA will teach you how to do it. So they provide you with materials, everything. So along with your BCom, you can also take up ACCA course. Right? So these are your competitive examinations, international courses, etc. Now, the salaries, when we come to, once you finish all these, so if you ask me, a BCom alone, will it be sufficient? No. A BCom alone will not be sufficient. So if you have to have a BCom with a CA, BCom with a CMA, or a BCom with CS, or a BCom with ACCA, yes, you get a salary of at least starting 10 to 15,000 per month, even more than that, right? That depends on the organizations which take you. A CA is having a per annum salary of 5 to 10 lakhs per annum. And companies top companies take up CAs at more than 10 lakhs per annum. That is the level of salary that you're getting. Now, is that stagnant there? This is the starting salaries which we are talking about, okay? So once you get into the organizations, this will always go on increasing it. So what we always say is by holding a good position and work experience in your respective field, you can earn beyond the limits. So it is not that we stop here, right? It is a lot of options are there for us. Right, quickly we will, okay, now when we come into the courses, what are the tips for you? I mean, usually I say that the first thing I tell people is, as much as possible to the students, is first identify your passion. That is very, very important, right? If you do not have a passion, do not go for taking a course for the sake of taking a course, because we will not excel in it. And once you have taken commerce, as I said, if commerce is your passion, because commerce is an area where you have a lot of opportunities. So first thing is you do is you always shortlist. You have a lot of, just now you saw, right? I just showed you the courses. Now, did you all have a knowledge that we had so many courses after commerce? Can you give me a thumbs up? Were you all aware that there were so many courses after commerce? Right? Yes. Now, what I just gave you is only 50 to 60% of the course, which means there is another 40% remaining. So we have a lot of options after commerce, after 12th commerce. So first is you shortlist what are the areas or which are the courses that is interesting you, right? Once you shortlist, the next thing you shortlist is the colleges that you want to aim for. That is also important. As I said, it's a course and the college. Now, some colleges are really good when it comes to BB and DBN. Some colleges are really good when it comes to BCom. Some colleges are really good when it comes to economics, right? So first you shortlist as to which college you want and which course you want. Then choose according to the career that you want to get into. And that is, I would club the second and third. Your choice of subject and where you want to see yourself in the future. Which course career do you want to get into? Do I want to get into corporate? Okay, if that's the case, in corporate, do I want to get into accounting field? Do I want to get into auditing? Do I want to get into taxation? That is your career. Now, if not corporate, the second option is entrepreneurship, starting our own business. Yes, if I want to do that, what should I aim for? Okay. The third is, usually I say, which many of them come to it, which is a very noble profession, which your teachers and we are doing, teaching. Right? A lot of students love to do teaching. So if you want to do teaching, you have to be well equipped with the courses. Right? So based on your career and your choice, you do your shortlisting. What are the future prospects of it? How much can I grow in this career of mine? Very important to be identified, right? After this, you can also, there are now a lot of agencies who come forward, who do a lot of career profiling. I do not know basically how they do this numerical thing, but they come to an understanding that based on your skill sets, what is your skill sets for a particular course? Now, for example, some students are really good when it comes to leadership quality. So they would be a very apt person when they start a business. There are some people who are very good with analytical skills. Analytical skills means what? Numbers, right? So for them, automatically, getting into corporate and working behind the bench with a high-profile job which involves numbers and calculations would be useful. So you have to take a call, and you can also take these agents come and they identify your career profiling for you, right? So this is the tips for choosing the right course. And beyond all the steps, I have one more tip is you have to do a lot of reading. Reading is a must. When I say reading, not reading comics, okay, reading current affairs, knowing what is happening in the economy, what is happening in the world. Read newspapers. Okay, now if you don't have the habit of reading, start now, slowly. Just read one small area. Don't try to read the whole paper in the first thing. First, try reading only the headlines. Okay, read the headlines first, couple of days. Do that. Then slowly start reading small paragraphs. Then increase your level. So newspaper is one thing. Now you also have an online. You get these, when you on your if you search, you have these Mint live news and all. You can go through that, but you should be updated with the current affairs to an extent, to our level of understanding. Now, if you have a very good knowledge, you can get in depth into it. But at least we should know what is happening. Reading is a must, because when you go for any of these courses, As I said, when they have interviews, when they have GDs, your knowledge has to, this reading will help you to get through those rounds, right? And quickly after completing BCom, I'm not taking much into this, you have after BCom, right? All those competitive examinations, CA, CS, CMA, CPA, CFP, all are after, along with BCom, and after BCom you can continue. Other than that, you don't want to get into the competitive exams. Then after BCom, you have MCom, which is one of our 2-year program, which is again, it has a lot of options. MCom Finance, MCom Accounting, MCom Economics, Taxation, Statistics, MCom Management, all these subjects you'll be getting you can choose from specializations. Can you imagine? It is specializations. It's not just general MCom. You can have MCom only in finance, only in marketing, right? So if you have taken BCom marketing, you can do MCom marketing. If you have taken BCom finance or BBM finance, you can do MCom finance, right? So always link that as much as possible. Link your UG and PG together. Do not do UG something else and PG something else. Try linking. Why do we have to link it? For the simple thing that your knowledge will be increasing. So from BCom, if you have taken BCom finance and you have studied that, okay, when you come to MCom, take up MCom finance because your level of knowledge is increasing. So you become much more an expert in that area, right? And these are the options you have. You can become an accountant, financial analyst, if you're taken up marketing, you can become a sales officer. Also, when you have taken finance, account sales officer, we say, right? For particular accounts. So, probationary officer, etc. The other one is MBA, right? MBA, to get through MBA, you have to write the MAT examination, Management Aptitude Test, and you should have a score above 600 to get, that is a good score in MAT. So if you have to get into good institutions, MBA above 600 and MAT above 600 is important. You have also common aptitude test, CAT. All these you can take up, right? And you have to have an entrance, GD and interview to get into this program. It's a 2-year program. And again, the top institution for MBA is IIMs, Indian Institute of Management. And that's what I just told you. IPM is there, Rohtak and Indore, which is integrated program of BBA plus MBA. And you have specializations in MBA, MBA Financial Management, MBA Systems Management, Marketing Management, HRM, Human Resource. If you're more into the human people who are working in the organization, you have this. You have Banking and Insurance, also MBA for that. Now, some colleges only give you one specializations. Some colleges will give you dual. Dual means what? You can take both of them. One would be given more importance, which is called as a major specialization. One would be a minor. This is after your BCom. Also, you have, these are the opportunities. You have bank, again, investment, banking, companies, asset management, companies which are dealing with financial products. All these are organizations where you can have a career options, whether you do MBA or MCom, right, along with your respective UG degree. This is another certified program provided by Hyderabad, which is called as Certified Bank Program. Okay, here this is done by the Institute of Bank Management Research, IBMR, Hyderabad, right? And they majorly deal with the banking subjects. So students who would like to get into banking, right, after your BCom, you can take up this 2-year program also. This is in Hyderabad itself, right? So that is again the option you have. So you want to do a diploma program in banking services, DPFS, you have that. There's a career for students again who want to do banking, but they want to do BCom and MCom and do a diploma in banking because you like banking services. You have this. And this is offered by IFBI, Institute of Finance, Banking and Insurance, Mumbai. But for this, you have to get 50% marks. Now, any of the courses to get as I said, to get an entry, even if it is not the top colleges, for your 12th standard, you should have 50 or 60%. I would always say 60 because nowadays when companies are coming in for placement, they look from your 10th standard marks. So the 10th standard students, remember, from 10th standard, you should have 60%. 10th 60, 12th 60, degree 60, PG 60. This has to be there because companies look at that for placements. Right? Our college, if you're getting into a MBA, if you want to get into MBA in Christ, you should have 60% from 10th, 12th, and degree. So that's 60. This is a diploma. You can have 50%. Some colleges look at 50, but a good institution always looks at from 10th standard onwards 60%. Even for placements, company look at that, right? So as I just told you, it's an amazing field of education. Believe me. Commerce, you have not done a mistake at all. If you feel anybody feels here that any of my students feel here that you have taken, why did I take commerce? Did I do a mistake? I should have gone for engineering. I should have gone for medicine. I should have taken science. No. You have done the best thing in your career by choosing commerce because it's an amazing field of education with a lot of importance and relevance in the modern world. We have, as you just saw, we have a lot of career choices. Only thing is you should be knowing your passion and decide which course you want to do. Now, all of you know the Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman. Are you all aware of Nirmala Sitharaman, Finance Minister? Our Finance Minister, okay, we have the current Finance Minister, Nirmala Sitharaman. You know, she's done what? She's done her BA in economics. She has not gone abroad and done it. Now we have another big perception here. Okay, I'm not saying that that's not, you should not do it. But what most of them feel is we have to, if we have to get good jobs, we have to go abroad and study. Need not be. Our current finance minister has done a BA economics from Tiruchirappalli College. Right? Tamil Nadu itself. She's done her MA economics and MPhil from JNU, Jawaharlal Nehru Institute. Our Prime Minister, Modi ji, Narendra Modi has done his BA in political science from, I think, if I'm right, Gujarat. Yeah, I think MA political science from Gujarat and BA political science again from Delhi itself. Right? So it is not that you will have to do from abroad that then only I get the exposure. Now, all of, okay, just give me a thumbs up. Have you all heard about HDFC Bank? HDFC Bank. Yes. Now, the founder of HDFC Bank is one Mr. Deepak Parekh. He's a Padma Bhushan. He is a BCom honors person from a college called as Hansraj College, Delhi, one of the top colleges, right? The previous minister of ours, finance minister who was there before Nirmala Sitharaman, Arun Jaitley, sir, right? Arun Jaitley is again a Padma Bhushan. He is also he was our finance minister, honorable finance minister, who was I would rather say late Arun Jaitley, he passed away, right? He is also a BCom honors person. You have heard about Jindal Groups? Have you heard about Jindal? Yes or no? Jindal Steel?
No, ma'am.
No, you have not heard about Jindal Steel? Okay, Jindal is one of our top Indian businesses. Jindal Steel, it's a family-owned business by the Jindal Groups, okay? The current chairman of the Jindal Steel, Naveen Jindal, is a BCom honors person. Right? Then there is Birla Group. Birla is also our oldest family-owned business, a top multimillionaire business. Kumar Mangalam Birla, who is the chairman of that, he is also a BCom honors person. We have a lot of them, Okay, I'll ask you, all of you have heard about Siddharth Malhotra, film star? In a Bollywood film star? He is yes, right? He is a BCom honors person. All from top institutions, right? So it's not, so now you can see that BCom honors, doing a BCom or a commerce honors, they're all commerce graduates and they would have done they've done their post graduations too, right? All these people, top people whom I just told you, there is one of our famous economists, Amartya Sen, commerce and economics, right? They've all done from India. All of their graduations are from India. They have all done in BCom. So they have established themselves in their field in such an amazing manner. All these Deepak Parekh or Mangalam Birla, Kumar Mangalam Birla or Jindal, Naveen Jindal and all have set up huge you call it as a kingdom of business, right? They have set up their business in such a way, and that is because the knowledge that they got from this course. Right? So with this, I would end my session. Right? I hope all of you understood that. And that's what I'm saying again. I'm proud that all of you, to whoever has taken commerce as their +2, very proud of them because you have chosen the right field. Now from here, take the right direction, move on to the right direction, and decide which course you want to take up for your UG and PG. And believe me, tomorrow I may get to know that whomever I have given some discussion today would be in a top position. So which we will, as teachers, all of us will be proud of it. Thank you very much. Any question, answers, I'm ready to handle. Yes, Sudha ma'am, I'm done. I hope I have not exceeded much of the time, Sudha ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. We are really grateful for the time and effort you have taken. And also, it was really very informative session, ma'am, indeed. And I'm sure that we have entered into the new phase about commerce stream. And I hope the students too. And students, if you want to share anything with ma'am, you can share.
Yes, we can always, always. That is what you rightly said. Yes, please, any question, answers, anything you want to ask?
Hello, ma'am.
Yes, Sanjana?
Good morning, ma'am. I am Anshana of grade 11.
Yes.
Your session towards the scope of commerce stream is very useful for us, ma'am.
Okay.
And I'm sure that it gave us confidence and clarity to choose our career after schooling for bright future, ma'am.
Thanks a lot, Anjana. I hope so. You are going to choose one of it. Try for the competitive exams also, Anjana. Okay. Just don't try going for BCom and Bank. Try doing the competitive. Give it always an attempt. I think you should be able to do. Thanks a lot, Anjana.
Thank you, ma'am.
I'm Shiniti of grade 12, ma'am. Thank you for the wonderful session. Actually, this session meant a lot for us, and it is also useful to decide our career, and also we got some knowledge about it. You have told about many courses and also about colleges, entrance exam. Everything is useful for us as a commerce student. We are very thankful for it, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So I guess all of you got it right. BCom, getting into colleges, you'll have to work for it. So 12th standard onwards, or start preparing.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello, Bhargavi.
This is R. Bhargavi of grade 10, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am, for your effort to tell us about different aspects and giving an advice and inculcating various ideas in us. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Welcome, Bhargavi. My pleasure.
Good morning,
Thank you,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Good morning, Sahana. I think Sahana, I guess, I don't know. Yeah.
Ma'am, is it better to continue in CBSE or we can change to state board, ma'am, in 11th and 12th?
It depends on your interest. See, CBSE and state board, the thing is, both have the same curriculum because we follow NCERT syllabus, right? So whether you do PU or whether you do CBSE, it is NCERT syllabus. But in CBSE, what happens? What they do is they make you more oriented towards the entrances. Application questions are asked in CBSE, whereas in state board, they ask you direct questions in examination. So the option is, if you're looking at more on the entrance part of it, and you want to score better in entrance, I would always say CBSE is good. But you want to score, you feel that I'm not able to take the load of CBSE, but then I would work on as a state board, reduce my examination pressure, but at the same time concentrate on the entrance by myself and do then state board. But at the end of it, syllabus is almost the same, but the application that you get through CBSE is higher.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, what about cutoff marks?
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, please.
Ma'am, I am Sahana's mother, ma'am.
Yes, please tell me, ma'am.
Ma'am, actually, I wanted to know how they calculate cutoff, ma'am, for CBSE and state board. Is there any difference in calculation of cutoff marks, ma'am?
Cutoff when it comes to +2. See, now in our college, if you are in 10th standard, if you have done CBSE and you've done state board, right? And you're coming in for Christ for PUC. Now, PUC is majorly the primary importance is for state board people. So they have different cutoffs for state board, CBSE and ICSE. That is it.
we will have options for CBSE. We'll have separate allotments. No, ma'am.
Yeah, there are seats for all the three. There's a state, and usually, if you're planning for 12th standard state board, okay, only after the 10th state board exams comes, they will start issuing the applications in these colleges. And yes, and the cutoffs are there, and usually the cutoffs, as I said, for commerce is 94 to 95, 97, it goes on, right? Same for science also. Science is just 94, 95. So SLC cutoffs will be a little lower than CBSE and ICSE because the level is, they assume that the level is little lesser. That's all. But everything is above 92% for sure.
Ma'am, but these students are used in CBSE and they are settled down in CBSE because they don't learn book back questions. They learn interiorly, ma'am. So, so is it better for her to continue in CBSE itself, ma'am? What is your opinion?
I would suggest that yes, from my point of view as a parent, I'm also a parent. So from my point of view, if the child is already adapted to CBSE and comfortable and is able to manage well with CBSE, I would say stick on to CBSE because the level of, see, the thing in CBSE is communication also is very important, right? So the language in CBSE and ICSE, when it comes to the language part, is given extraordinary importance. Whereas in state board, that goes down. Now the level of English is very much less in the state board, and that's the competitive spirit that you have in the CBSE board may not be that much in the state board. So if the child is already adapted and doing well, do not change from CBSE is what I would suggest.
Unless ma'am, for a long time I was having this doubt in my mind. I wanted to continue in CBSE only, ma'am, but that Mark's point of view, I was confused in which thing she should continue. Now I'm clear, ma'am. I'll take my chance to continue in CBSE, ma'am.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Please do that. Yes.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Any other question and answers? Okay. Sudha ma'am, can you wind up then? Or if there are
from you again, we'll contact you soon.
Yes, sure, Sudha ma'am. Always happy to come back. Right? I would wish all the 10th standard and 12th standard students all the best because I know your exams are coming up and you have first thing, do not take pressure. You all will do well. Work hard. Work hard. That is always required, but don't take pressure on you, right? So all the best to the 10th standard and 12th standard students from my side. Yes, Sudha ma'am. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am. Can we all give a thumbs up for ma'am? Yeah, that's good.
Right. Thanks a lot. It was a pleasure for me also to come here and be with these students. As I said, being with school students is something which I love to, but I never got a chance.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Again, I would like to thank Parvati Anugrah International School for giving me this opportunity. And thank you, Sudha ma'am, again for inviting me.
Thank you, ma'am.
Shall I'll just stop sharing.
Sure, ma'am.
Okay. I guess there are some chat questions. Sorry, I did not see. Okay, thank you. So shall I, ma'am? Can we leave the? Can I leave the meeting now?
Sure.
Okay. Thanks a lot. Thank you very much. Thank you, students. Bye bye. Have a nice day, all.